I started talking crazy. They said they found me in the bathroom. I couldn't get up. And they took me down to do a brain scan because of the way I was reacting. And I had a stroke that first night there. And it just kind of went downhill from there. I was put into ICU. So they're treating me for the COVID-19 ailment, also for a stroke. And then I developed blood clots in my leg. So it was touch and go there for a while. But fortunately, the stroke didn't affect my body, it didn't disfigure my body, but it took away my ability to remember things like I should. And even to read. I had to learn to do that all over again. I don't remember this all the way, but my wife told me I was on the phone with her. And I was, I guess, kind of sounding delirious. But she heard me say, I'm holding on, I'm holding on. And when she told me about that, I remember that I was in a place, a very spiritual place, very bright, very, just a feel-good place where I was. And I remember seeing my first cousin, who was my babysitter. She died about 10 years ago. And she heard me say, hi, Georgine. And I was talking to her. But she heard me say, I'm holding on, I'm holding on. And the next thing I knew, I looked up and saw her and my son standing there in the room because they had called her. And he told my wife he didn't know if I would make it through the night, and that they could come down to see me. And she said when I saw them, my face just lit up, and I didn't remember all of that, you know, being in a spiritual condition, being so close to dying like that. But it was beautiful to me. By the time I got out of the hospital, my body was a wreck. I was weak. My body muscle mass was gone. My back was hurting. So they did a lot of PT in there with me. And they did a lot of reading and trying to remember stuff with me to try to get my memory back. And I lost my taste buds, my sense of smell, still gone. I'm getting a little bit of it back. And I had to use a walker when I came home for a while. And but now I can walk without the walker. And I'm getting a little bit stronger. So it took a lot out of me. But the doctors were very, very good. And they took care of me. They got me back to the point where I could come home. For people who don't think this is a very serious disease, I'm telling you from my own experience, it can take you out. That was my prayer, that they would discover a vaccine for it. But yeah, I'm thankful that it's here. And I hope people will be serious about getting the shot.